Yeah, Gupta ji. I'm not feeling very well. That's why I'm struggling to talk a bit. But I wanted to be on the session today.
Fantastic. So, Shabana ji, shall we wait for some
Uh,
time? Because I believe we,
I'm
we
not
have.
feeling very well.
You
That's
can
why
you
I'm
can start.
struggling
So
to talk a bit.
All right. All right. So I'll get started in interest of time. First of all, lovely evening to all the participants, all the attendants today for sparing time for this session on reflexology. And before I start my session, I will like to extend heartfelt thanks to the Mavin Spirituality platform and the team for granting me this slot. And it's a lovely series, talking about being positive in a conscious manner. So, reflexology is a related topic as it's a natural way to be happy, be healthy, and try and cure the any of the ailments in a natural fashion. And I will also like to mention the name of my friend Shivani ji, who has been associated with the Mavin group for a while. It was so kind of her that she introduced me to Shabana ji and team, and that is how I'm sitting in front of all of you. And I'm told that post the session, there is also going to be an opportunity for any QA session. So I will try my level best to take any of the questions post my few slides are over. All right. So Shabana ji, can I please request you to get started with my slides, please?
yeah.
If you could just make it full screen. All right. Thank you. So the topic says reflexology for bliss, and I'm not sure if any of the audience have heard about reflexology earlier, but assuming it is for the first time you're hearing about it, I can assure that reflexology indeed is an enabler for bliss. People, those who follow it regularly, people, those who take reflexology sessions, regularly, it definitely helps. It's a holistic therapy. It is 100% natural. It is for prevention and cure of ailments. No medicines, no side effects, no harm. And I will anyway use reflexology and talk about it many times in the next few slides. But however loud and however big I talk about it, nothing like experiencing reflexology to really, really appreciate and understand what all it can offer in our daily life. It is worth much more than the 30 minutes. That's what it takes, to undergo a reflexology session that you will invest in a session. And benefits are beyond imagination. So just before some of you joined, I already invited Shabana ji and her team because they have been doing a great job organizing these sessions. I told them that, look, I live in Gurgaon, so it will be a pleasure for me to host you for a session, and you all can, contact me. Gurgaon, it's not no problem at all. But people who are living in Delhi, NCR, they are also more than welcome. My coordinates are provided here, right in front of you. So anytime you want to get in touch with me, you can use these coordinates. Next slide, please. So before I really get going with my material which I've accumulated in the slides, just a quick introduction about myself. My experience and interest in reflexology is an implication of two things. I've been a IT and manager professional, management professional for almost 30 years now. And after a long and prolonged career in IT industry, I wanted to do something more fulfilling, something more rewarding, something which help me end of the day to sleep well. So that's where I wanted to get into healing. And I've always derived a fascination, out of the blessings that somebody who is genuinely into healing, somebody who is genuinely into medical practice, the kind of blessings which a person receives from his or her patients, that's invaluable. So these two things were majorly, the driving force. And of course, the last one is also, to be a reflexologist, you need to apply adequate pressure, good amount of pressure, and it's a passionate therapy. So to do that, you need to be yourself physically fit enough. So that automatically, kind of motivates for me as a therapist to remain fit. So that's another reason, because of which I wanted to get into this. So besides that, I have been into IT industry. I am a engineer by qualification. I did my master's in system software in 1993 from Division of Continuing Education, Harvard, USA. Did my electronics and communication engineering from India, 1992. And my major stint as a software professional, as a software manager, as a software director was with Xerox Software Center. I was heading the software center from 2005 to 2012. Besides that, some of my other professional stints in the country were in country and abroad were with organizations like Tata Consultancy Services, DCM Data Systems, HCL Technologies, Momagic Technologies, in various capacities of software design, development, delivery operations, business management, business lead. That's what I have done throughout my life. And at present, I am into a role of a management consultant, into HR, into business, both from the perspective of strategy as well as operations. In reflexology, it's been almost 10 plus years for me, and I have myself experienced, the wonderful benefits this therapy has given to me. I have applied this therapy on my family, on my friends, and now also, on my patients since long. And the result which I have myself I witnessed, that has kind of motivated me day after day to target spreading reflexology further, and make people better aware of what reflexology is, to people reap benefits what reflexology has to offer. And this
I think
experience and education,
is with you.
yes, sir. If you could just put on mute.
Mhm.
Yeah. So this education and experience and my discoveries in reflexology obviously are gonna continue as I kind of work more and more on my patients. Previous slide, please. And last but not the least, what do I aspire as a reflexologist? I want to basically continue with my passion to popularize reflexology and help the society, in parallel to, of course, my livelihood of being an IT professional, and help organizations which are a startup, and help IT professionals who want to grow in life, up to the management ladder. So that's a quick intro about me. Next slide, Shabana ji. So this is again in continuation to my inspiration, my mission, my objectives. I've already stated most of it in previous slide, but I will love to just narrate a quick story over here. I got married to Hansa. She is my wife. She is a practicing cardiologist here in Gurgaon for almost 20 plus years now. So it was after looking at a doctor, closely, that's where I realized that, of course, everybody makes money out of his or her profession, but the amount of blessings which a fair practitioner or a doctor, you know, the amount of blessings that that person earns, that's kind of invaluable. So that's where I derive the motivation. Can I also do something similar to that? But at that age, it was kind of too late for me to even think about becoming a doctor. So I was in search of a modality wherein I could count upon my science background and basic awareness of human anatomy. And that's where somebody introduced me to reflexology. I had picked up this thing back in 95, 96 time frame when I had visited US. But then more formally, I got into education and I picked it up as a passion. So that's the background, because I being a IT professional, sometimes it becomes difficult to explain, how come a switch over from IT, to healing. So that's the just a quick background about how I got into healing, how I became a fan of reflexology. Next slide, please. Okay, so now it's the main subject, reflexology. So in the nutshell, I will say reflexology is what massage is for our external body. Reflexology is similar to our internal body, you know, without any intrusion into the body. So it is a therapy which is given on the feet, and it offers the following: natural cure, prevention of disorders in human body, organs, systems, and it is assistive healing or cure along with any other treatment. Any other treatment could be allopathic, it could be homeopathic, it could be Ayurvedic. We don't interfere with that. It is assistive healing. It can go hand to hand with other types of healings. It reduces stress, anxiety, and sleep disorder. It helps in overall well being, relaxation, and happiness. And last but not the least, it is uncomplicated and it is highly cost effective. When I say highly cost effective, what I mean is it will cost you about 30 minutes to undergo a reflexology session. Of course, whatever time it takes to commute, to visit the reflexologist, that is in addition. And plus whatever little charge the reflexologist is going to ask you as a professional fee or whatever you want to call it. So that's why I call it highly cost effective. Other than that, there is no other involvement in this. Who can undergo reflexology? Anyone can undergo a reflexology session. There is no medication, there is no side effect, no harm. Now, just a quick reason why do we need uh, healing like a reflexology? Because in the day-to-day life of competition, there are many stresses which we all undergo. We have to face all sorts of pollutions. We also have to face viral and bacterial infections. And the hostile conditions give rise to host of problems. The balance of mind and body, which has been defined as health, is lost. So, so please appreciate it is basically the balance of mind and body, which is called health. And once that balance gets impacted, it can lead to any kind of problem. It could be stomach problem, it could be migraine, it could be pain in shoulder, it could be sleep disorder, it could be weight gain, it could be hormonal imbalance, it could be period problems in ladies, PCOD, whatever you want to call it. It's all because of the imbalance, right? And as elders, as our elders have popularly called in past or even today, there are three basic things, according to me, as a therapist, which is essential. Forget any kind of a therapy or any kind of a medication. There are three basic things in life which are of utmost importance. That is, eat well, eat healthy, sleep well, sleep adequately, exercise regularly, exercise adequately. So if we take care of these three things, obviously the balance kind of remains in place. The moment these three things are impacted, the imbalance kind of gets introduced in the body. And that's where we have to kind of bank on various modalities for treatment. So our body is a well knit integrated unit full of interactions within, and the treatment of symptoms here and there does not help. you know we may be facing headache, and we may want to cure the headache just by popping a pill. The root cause of that headache may be somewhere in our stomach. If our stomach is bad, we may end up getting a headache. Or if we are too much exposed to media, it may lead to headache. So that it's basically not the treatment of headache, it's basically the treatment of root cause which is essential. So that's where I've written the whole body is to be taken care of, and reflexology does exactly that. The goal is to restore homeostasis, and reflexology helps in achieving that. Next slide, please. Now, a quick word about reflexology treatment. Reflexology, it is not a cure all panacea, but the success percentage of this therapy is beyond imagination. Successful results have been achieved in some of the following illnesses. I've been able to document some of them, and there may be many more. These are nasobronchial allergies, migraines, anxiety neurosis, spondylitis, slip disc, sciatica, cervical, shoulder problems, pain in legs, knees, arms, hips, neck, hypertension, diabetes, hemorrhoids, fissures, digestive or gastrointestinal problems, constipation, problems in urinary systems like cystitis, prostate enlargement, menstrual problems, hormonal imbalance, polycystic ovarian disease, respiratory problems like asthma, insomnia. Some of these problems, and reflexology definitely helps in, if not 100% cure, it definitely helps in reducing the ailment. So you can see, from head to toe, it is helpful to take care of problems anywhere in the body. Next slide, please. Now, what is the basis? What is the theory behind reflexology being so powerful? So, reflexology treatment is based on the relationship of the body with the reflexes in the feet. The feet are a part of the anatomy, and so are the other body parts. Applying methodical pressure in feet leads to therapeutical benefits in the corresponding organs or systems. So as you can see, the entire body is mapped to our feet. Vertically, there are 5 zones on each foot, and horizontally, there are 4 zones in each foot. So effectively, that makes it, in totality, there are 20 plus 20. So 40 zones. That's how the entire body is mapped. You can see the pink area represents head. The yellow area represents the chest. The green one represents the abdominal organs. And blue one represents the pelvic area. So it is, in a way, it's a beautiful and it's a very, very effective remote control that Mother Nature has equipped us with. And using this remote control itself, we can take care of, keeping the balance maintained in our body. Now, of course, the person, needs to know how to use this remote control. I mean, how to apply the pressure, where to apply the pressure, how much should be the pressure, what should be the direction, up or down, left or right to left. So those all modalities are there, but it's a beautiful remote control. And in ancient times, and even today, people used to rub their feet, massage their feet before sleeping. So that's how it used to be very, very effective. And that's why even doctors today, they recommend 4 kilometers of walk. So when you walk, automatically, a reflexology is going on in your feet. So that's the connect. Next slide, please. Previous slide, please. Shabana ji, the slides have disappeared.
Yeah, I'm just sharing. I think something.
Sure.
Yeah, this one.
The previous one.
This one.
Yes. So now I talked about the zones, vertical and horizontal. So the beauty is that these zones are interconnected. And that is why we call reflexology to be a holistic therapy. It is not specific to any ailment alone. All the zones in both the feet need to be worked upon every time a patient undergoes a session. So in some of the other similar therapies, whether it is acupressure or acupuncture or suzo, the therapist is gonna work on the specific problem only. But reflexology, if the therapist goes by the book, all the areas of both the foot need to be worked upon. And that is why it is a holistic therapy. The relationship between the body and the reflexes on the feet have been explained by the various theories. So whatever research has been done so far, by that theory, reflexology helps in regulating the blood circulation. It helps in regulating the nerve supply. It helps in taking care of the lymph flow. So these are the three prominent theories you will find in various books and articles. And last one is the counter irritation response of brain. What this science is that there are certain toxins which kind of get accumulates in the body on the nerve endings, and this therapy kind of reactivates those toxins, and those toxins are finally eliminated from the body. So that's another theory. Now none of these theories are kind of foolproof. They are not, you may read plenty of literature, but none of these theories are having foolproof explanations. But that's where there is a lot of scope for further research to promote this very effective therapy in an effective manner. Next slide, please. So there is just a few pictures which I have taken from my records. So it just represents, how the entire system is mapped on the feet, back and forth, both. And to be a good reflexologist, one needs to have a fair understanding of the basic human anatomy. That's basically the nervous system, the respiratory system, digestive system, endocrine, exocrine, reproductive system, skeleton and muscular system, and many more. So once you have a basic understanding of these systems, it helps, for uh, you to kind of correlate with the symptoms of the patients and the disease, and then accordingly derive the treatment modality and work on the same. When I say treatment modality and work on the same, it's basically what all zones and points have to be emphasized upon. Though, as a reflexology therapist, you have to be absolutely sure that you have to work on both the feet. And as I explained in my previous slide also, all the zones, all the areas have to be given attention to. Next slide, please. So I think I have done with my slides, and these are some of the frequently asked questions. I thought I'll just document there in the interest of time. So how long does it take for a reflexology session? It's 30 minutes roughly for a session. Methodical pressure on reflex points in the feet up to ankle height. How many sessions does one normally require to get cured? Around 4 to 6 sessions, and the gap between two sessions is minimum 48 hours and maximum 96 hours. Chronic problems may take longer time, and benefits are usually visible first session onwards. When I say benefits, I'm not saying that a magic will happen that you're going to get cured within a session. But when after the session, within next 12 hours, you will find a lot of difference. You will be able to really appreciate that these are the changes which are happening in my body. In what situation reflexology is not useful? Infection and injury. And it is not recommended to administer this therapy on cancer patients. But once those patients they reach into the radiotherapy stage, that's where this therapy is useful to reduce the pain. Any restrictions? Not to be done 30 minutes before and after meals. Any specific recommendations? Minimum 2 to 3 liters of water intake in 24 hours to ensure the toxins which are released, they get excreted out of the body. So we jokingly say that as a reflexologist, the only medicine which we recommend is plenty of liquid intake. So that's a must for the therapy to work. And sometimes if patients, they don't consume enough water and liquids, the benefits are not seen. Who all can undergo a reflexology session? All age groups, all human beings. Anyone can undergo even a small baby can undergo a reflexology session. Next slide, please. So this takes me to the last slide, and this is basically my gratitude to Almighty for giving me a human life. Thanks to my family, thanks to my friends, relatives, they allowed me to experiment on them in my initial days. And once the results were visible on them, then only I started formally attending to my patients. Thanks to all my patients for showing faith and trust in me. And now I am counting on prayers and wishes from all of you who are attending the session today or who are going to be seeing my presentation in future to bless me so that my mission could be successful and reflexology could indeed lead to bliss. Thank you so much. I'm done with my slides and I'm happy to take any questions as Shabana ji can coordinate, please.
Thank you so much, Deepak ji. It was really wonderful. And you explained it in a very simple way, which was very helpful. So I think we have some people here. So if anyone wants to ask any question to Deepak ji. So I have a question. So is there any procedure? So you showed so many points to to press, but is there any way to begin or end reflexology? If someone wants to do it on its own, like for example, if you want to press our feet or give a massage to our feet, will that be helpful? Or is there something that we should take care of?
No. It's definitely it's a very good idea to do it yourself. There is no harm at all. In fact, as I told you in one of my slides, even if you are not educated enough about the points or the areas, you can just give a vigorous massage to your foot yourself. That also is going to be very, very helpful. And gradually, as you visit the therapist, you will get to know about what are the specific points which are useful to you. Then you can start doing those points yourself also.
Awesome. Thank you, Deepak ji. Rajwin, Premji, Raki, Meena ji, do you have any question or would you like to give some feedback? I think Rajwin wants.
Thank you, Deepak ji, for this presentation. For myself, as a trainer, I have tried reflexology and hypnotherapy. Reflexology was young because of my conditions, pre-existing conditions, because of premature birth. So when I was young, I was exposed to this therapy, and it really helped me, as in like to actually strengthen the muscles and to be mobile. As for I can still believe in it as it is as good as hypnotherapy. Both are every modality is good. I am a laughter therapist, so I work with National Cancer Society of Malaysia, and I'm a trainer for Mavin.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been listening to all the trainers here, each and every, all of us have interesting backgrounds, and you also, Deepak ji, have presented your expertise very, very well, although it's your first time. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you so much, Rajvinji, and it's very, very good to know that this therapy has helped you in past. And I mean, and I agree with you. I'm able to connect with you. It's a lovely feeling, end of the day, when you get to hear from your patient that the therapy has helped. It makes your day. Thank you so much.
It actually helped me for the first 9 years of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And for the first 13 years or 14 years. And even the effect is until now. Now I don't catch any
No,
colds.
in fact, as a matter of fact, once my patients get cured, they may see the commercial aspect in that, but I am very, very upfront in telling them that, look, prevention is better than cure. Make it a part of routine, just like you visit a saloon, regularly.
Just like laughter, right? You just
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
it's so beautiful, the God has given you, to
It's
clean
a,
yourself.
all
Yeah.
these modalities like laughter therapy and reflexology and hypnotherapy. It's very, very beautiful. But then the after effects will be expression of feelings, and because you've already relaxed yourself and you want to express it, you don't want to suppress it further, because suppression is, I believe, the devil's advocate.
Right.
So thank you for sharing, and God bless you.
Thank you so much. Anytime.
Yeah. Meena ji has also written. She has a question. Is it different from Marma point theory? Reflexology. Is reflexology is different from Marma point theory?
I'm sorry, I'm not aware of what Marma point theory is.
Meena ji, would you like to add? I think in Marma theory they press the nerves, or how the earlier doctor used to check your nadis and nerves in your hands and body, something
No,
like
so
that.
see, what I am aware is that this therapy, I've talked about only the zones and points to be pressed, in feet. But this therapy is also executed in palms and ears.
Okay.
But I don't know whether any nerves or no. Other than these three areas, this therapy is not administered elsewhere.
Okay, sure. Thank you. Rakhi, Premji. Rajesh, she has just joined. So almost the session is over. So, but yeah, of course, you can watch the recording. And so we don't have any more question, but it was really helpful. And it's good to know all these points that you mentioned.
I'm sure my coordinates will be shared with all the audience. So
Yes,
you're welcome to call me anytime you have any questions in future too, and I'm here to help anytime you need me.
awesome. So thank you so much, Deepakji. It was really great to hear you, and we look forward to hearing from you more in future whenever you are available. So thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, and see you again tomorrow morning. Thank you.
Thank you so much, all. Thank you for the entire team to organize this, the Mavin group.